In a dramatic shift in U.S. immigration policy, the Trump administration is considering a sweeping travel ban that could affect citizens from 43 countries worldwide. Let's break down what this means, especially for nations with citizenship by investment programs that have found themselves in the crosshairs. The proposed ban, more extensive than anything implemented during Trump's first term, introduces a three-tier, color-coded system that categorizes countries based on perceived security risks. At the most severe level, the red list includes 11 nations whose citizens would face a complete entry ban to the United States. This list features countries like Afghanistan, Iran, North Korea, Syria, and Venezuela, nations where the administration has identified significant security concerns. The orange tier features 10 countries where restrictions would be significant but not absolute. Nations like Belarus, Russia, Pakistan, Haiti, Myanmar, and Turkmenistan fall into this category. Wealthy business travelers might still gain entry, while those seeking immigrant or tourist visas would face mandatory in-person interviews and heightened scrutiny. Perhaps most concerning for many viewers is the yellow list, the largest group with 22 countries. This includes several African nations like Cameroon, Comoros, and Somalia, alongside the CBI countries. Nations on this list have been given a 60-day ultimatum to address security deficiencies or risk being moved to a more restrictive category. This brings us to the heart of today's discussion: the 5 countries with citizenship by investment programs now under intense scrutiny: Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and Vanuatu. These Caribbean nations and Pacific Island have been placed on the yellow list, with their CBI programs directly in the administration's sights. For those unfamiliar, CBI programs allow wealthy individuals to obtain citizenship in exchange for significant financial investments. While these programs have been economic lifelines for smaller nations, they've raised red flags in Washington about potential security vulnerabilities. The administration's concerns stem from several factors. Officials worry about inadequate vetting of applicants, limited information sharing with U.S. authorities, and the possibility that individuals with questionable backgrounds could use these programs as backdoors to access the United States. The executive order that initiated this process was signed on January 20, 2025, giving the State Department 60 days to identify countries with insufficient vetting procedures. That deadline is approaching in mid-March, with the Bureau of Consular Affairs leading the effort alongside the Justice Department, Homeland Security, and intelligence agencies. The implications for CBI countries are profound. These nations now face pressure to either implement stricter vetting procedures or provide more detailed information about applicants to U.S. authorities within the 60-day window. Failure to comply could result in their citizens facing severe travel restrictions to the United States. This isn't the first time we've seen such measures. During Trump's first term, the Supreme Court eventually upheld a travel ban affecting 8 nations after initial legal challenges. President Biden later revoked these bans in January 2021, calling them a stain on our national conscience. The current proposal represents a return to restrictive policies, justified as necessary to protect American citizens from potential security threats. Many questions remain unanswered. Will existing visa holders be exempted? What happens to current green card holders? How exactly will countries move between tiers? The administration has already shown its willingness to take decisive action, recently canceling a green card belonging to a Syrian-born former Columbia University student. As this policy takes shape, CBI countries face a critical decision point. They must either reform their programs to meet U.S. security standards or risk severe economic consequences if their citizens can no longer travel freely to the United States. The clock is ticking, with just weeks remaining before potential implementation. The international community watches closely as this situation unfolds, understanding that the repercussions will extend far beyond the borders of the affected nations. For citizens of CBI countries, investors in these programs, and the global mobility landscape, significant changes appear imminent. Please subscribe to our channel and follow the link in the description to get a free copy of your Wealth Fortress. With this report, you'll learn unique and valuable strategies for keeping your assets completely hidden, untouchable, and untrackable by anyone. No matter how much money you have, you'll learn carefully crafted strategies so that nobody can find it or even know what you have. Your assets will remain untouchable even with a team of the best global lawyers. Well-funded governments will not be able to lay a finger on your wealth. It's all detailed in your Wealth Fortress. Bulletproof structures to protect your assets. Follow the link in the description to get instant access.